Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as promised, I have a video tackling a regular traditional highlight technique that you guys been wanting to see. You guys always see me do baby lights, and 80% of the time that's what I'm doing on clientele at the salon. But not everyone wants really tiny baby lights at all times. And that's why on this blonding menu of mine, a partial, half, or full regular highlight and or low light option is available as well. As you guys can see, my client has years of overlapped reddish-brown box color, so we are praying for a good dimensional result and an even as possible lift. I am using my Ride or Die Blonde Me Lightener with 30 volume and a 1/16 ounce of Olaplex. Also keep in mind, you guys usually see me doing tightly packed baby lights all the time, and that's because most of the time that's the look my clients are going for. Obviously, I leave a subsection out of what I weave, but if I want more dimension, you can also leave more hair in between each foil. I tend to do this a lot when I do teasy lights because most people want that very subtle touch of color, sombre ombre kind of look. I'll make a future video showing exactly what I'm talking about. I haven't had a video of it yet because most of the time, even if I'm doing traditional highlights, clients want back-to-back highlights. Also, do note, I have a teasy light video on the way soon, so you guys will see how I get that beautiful sombre ombre look. It will be the next video or two. Alright, so you guys probably saw me doing face framing money pieces a minute ago. Since it's her first session, I only did 2 on the sides and 2 in her money piece section. I did them a little smaller than my regular highlight sections I'm doing today, but they're still bigger than my normal baby lights. This is the first time lightening her hair, so this session will help me come up with a better game plan for the future. Even though I am doing a regular traditional highlight, my thickness of hair and bigger stitch is still not as big as normal stylist. I don't do chunky, thick sectioned highlights. It's just not my thing. It never was. You guys saw my baby lights in my last video upload last Friday, and you see how small they are. Way smaller than most artists, and just like they're smaller, my traditional ones are still a little smaller than most colorists with my traditional highlights. I hope that makes sense. Keep in mind, the bigger the section and chunkier the stitch, the more uneven of a lift you will receive, and the bigger the amount of hair, the longer the processing time. Quickly, another thing I don't want to forget to mention, I had a comment from one of my amazing subscribers basically saying I should show my face more, and I quickly just wanted to say when I decided to launch a hair channel, I made it a priority for me to keep it about the hair. No offense to anyone else who makes tutorial videos, but I don't feel I need to show me constantly on there, or on here rather. It's always about the hair with me. If you guys want to see funny stories and more things of me interacting, please give me a follow on Instagram at BR Hair Artistry. I will have that linked below in my description box because I do interact way more on there, and that's more of my social media outlet about me. This YouTube is dedicated to education and hair. I watch many other stylish YouTubes and I'm subscribed, but I always loved Equinod. I love her channel so much. I know I probably said her name wrong, but everything in all of her videos is constantly focused on the hair. I always thought that was so mysterious and chic. Remember, this channel is about you guys and education. Also, leave me suggestions of videos you want to see down below in the comment section. And do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications.
Part of me, I feel it. I know it
It's one of my favorite times during a client session, and that is root toning time. I decided to go in and do a root shadow on her hair, doing a 5N, 5NA Joico Lumishine Demi liquid for 10 minutes. Her natural base is around a 4.5, I'd say, maybe mostly a 4. So I figured I'd do a light root on her. And I did the 5N, 5NA equal parts, processed for 10 minutes. You can see the amazing lift we got towards the first 5 inches of her head, where she didn't really dye and overlap too much on that hair. But as you see, it gets down to the mids and ends. It's a lot of orange, a lot of red, but we did work with it. We knew that this was gonna possibly happen, but I did wanna show you guys the option of a regular traditional highlight. And one of the reasons I love Baby Lights so much more is because the smaller the sections, it's more work, but usually the lift is a lot more even. Hey, this still came out beautiful, so just keep watching.
Break these fears, 'cause you align with all the rhythms inside me. You can unwind me. I got a heart shaped hole in me. You're the center of my galaxy. There's space in me that never stops dreaming, never stops feeling.
Once she processed for 10 minutes, I then took her back to the sink in the bowl and I washed out the Olaplex Part 2 treatment on her mids and ends that I always use for the treatment, and as well as a barrier so the dark root does not go too far down. I then left her root shadow on as I toned her for about another 5 minutes. I used Shades EQ 7T, 7VB, 7P, 7NB, 7N, 6GN, and 6T. 7 different toners, you guys, because of all the different levels that we lifted. And it's very important that when you are counteracting brassy, orange, red, yellow tones, to add a little bit of neutral and a little bit of warm, because if you add all ash, it will have parts that are so silvery and other parts that come out looking orange. That's something I noticed when lifting brunettes. So I did add in 5 ash tones, 7T, 7P, 7VB, 6GN, 6T, but I also did a half an ounce of 7N and a little bit of 7NB natural beige in there as well. Oh my God, you guys, look at this color. It came out so amazing. One thing I did want to add, that in the back of her hair, some parts were very resistant and did not want to let go of that red color. So I gave her an ultimatum. I told her she can go with A, tone it down, cover it, make it a little darker until next session. Or B, just not worry about it so much. It blends in. It's going to be dimensional. This way we don't have to kick through any more color in the future when we do our next session. And she opted to stay with lighter and not worry about it, and just not have to worry about going through any more color in the next session. So she'll be back soon, guys. But oh my God, we're obsessed with this color. I'm just finishing up her haircut at this point. I'm going to do some point cutting. I did take about 1.5 inches off when it was wet before we blew it out. I did end up curling her, and wait till you see the finished product outside. It is to die for. I also want to say thank you again for checking out my YouTube channel. Please like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. A new video is out every Friday. Thank you guys so much for the support. It's finally starting to take off and the business is finally starting to grow on this page. This is why I do it. Any suggestions, leave them down below in the comment section. I love you guys so much. Until next time, bye.
You hold my heart, you break these